Now a word from our sponsor. Advanced Elements is the leader in design and manufacturing of inflatable kayaks with cutting-edge technology and providing excellent customer service. All of their products are designed to give paddlers the tools they need at a value they deserve. Check them out at advancedelements.com or call toll-free at 866-262-9076.
Hello and welcome to Paddling and Pedaling Florida Adventures. I'm your host, Mr. D, and man, it is cold out here this morning. It is down in the 50s and it dropped like overnight. It went crazy. Anyway, today is a special day, guys. Well, it is for me. I've had this bike 2 months to the day, and it's actually today, 2 months ago, I got the G-Force e-bike, and I have just peaked over 500 miles. So we're gonna take a look at the bike today and see how it's doing, give you my observations and all that kind of stuff, and see what you think about it. I'm gonna give you my observations of the bike itself and how it's performed and what I did to it and all that kind of stuff to get it and make it my own. I still have one little tiny problem I can't get rid of, and I will figure it out though, you can bet on that. And it has to do with the seat moving a little bit, and I know it's finessing that little nut, and I'm probably just a hair of a turn off, and that's my only issue. But other than that, we're going to get into all of that later on today as we continue our ride. So hey, we'll be back in a minute. Well, hey guys, we had to postpone part of this video. We're going to get back to it here in a little bit. It's 53 degrees outside. That's not no big deal, but when it starts raining on you, then it's a big deal. So it started raining, so we pulled back in here to the house, and I'm glad I planned to do this at the house, because my original plan was to be out in a big park a long way from here, and I'd have got rained on and froze to death, and it'd have been fun. So anyway, hey, we'll pick this video up as soon as the weather clears up. We'll be back in a bit. Well, hey guys, like I said, it is cold out here, but we just hit 500 miles. I timed this ride perfect. I'm at 500.0 miles. Let me turn this on so you can see it yourself. So we have hit the 500 mile mark on the G-Force e-bike, and I'll tell you what, I can't be more pleased. I had some issues, I'm going to be honest with you, but first thing I'm going to do is go over the bike and show you everything that I've done, because it is finished right now. So first thing we're going to do is just kind of give you an overall view. Here is the Rock Bros bag right here. This is really excellent. I got the flashing lights back here, plus the stock brake light. This one comes with the Rock Bro bags, and this is the alarm system that I put in. So this is a pretty nice alarm system, guys. This is really, really cool. You have the remote right here. I've just armed it, and it's armed. Now, if you do a minor rock with it, it'll give you that. Now, if you get all kinds of contenders, that's what happens. Really, really cool. Has multiple flashing tail light systems here. And that's the one I prefer. Remote control has a rack that you can put it right on your bar, as you can see here. Also down below, you can see the BIGLUFU bike lock, and it's all set up right here. The small saddlebag system where I keep my wallet and stuff in. I also put a class sticker on this because some of the areas that I go into requires a class sticker. And for some reason, I don't know why, they didn't put a class sticker on the bike. My understanding is they're supposed to, but apparently they didn't, but that's okay. I put one there. All right, next thing, side mirror. That was one of the first things I did. Then I changed out to the mustache handlebars, as you can see here. Now, I did run into a problem with the mustache handlebars. It stretched these cables out so much that when I tried to remove the handlebar assembly to get ready to fold and store it, I couldn't get it out. I had to lay the thing all the way down and it would just barely come out. So what I did in that particular case, and you may elect to do that, may not elect to do it, but I cut 2 inches off that inner bar, and now it's perfect. Because I don't have my bars up high, so I won't have to worry about, you know, having the right length and thing where it'll fall out and fall apart and whatever. So next on the bike, guys, I went ahead and did the handlebar extension here, and on that I put the cell phone mount, this camera mount here for the 360 camera, an additional headlight. Let me shut. Then another camera mount here. This is where my GoPro system sits. Let me talk a little bit about the Shimano cable. Now, when it got here, guys, I had a bent derailleur, and that was done in storage or whatever the case may be. Anyway, I couldn't get the new one to adjust, and I mean, it didn't matter what I did. So I took it to a bike store, and they went to adjust it, and they couldn't get it to adjust. And then their investigation found out that the cable inside of here was frayed and was causing shifting problems inside the body where the cable was. So anyway, they rethreaded a brand new cable on that, got me all squared away. And that was Evolve bicycles and e-bikes that did that work for me. It was really awesome. The next thing I did was to pick up another camera mount it here. Actually, the camera I'm holding right now on this part of the bike. Now, guys, the next thing I did was the seat. I had to change out the seat, and I tried the Cloud9. It just did not work for me. But man, I picked up this wide-seated GiddyUp seat, and it is great. I did change the seat post out because the material that's made from the stock seat post from G-Force is not rear well cut, and I found that my seat was going up and down as I rode, and it doesn't matter how much I tightened it. So when I tore it apart, I looked at it and the teeth were all ground down. So what I did is I bought a new seat post. I want you to see this. It has 2 bolts that hold this thing in place. Now I don't have to worry about this thing falling all out of place. The next thing I did, guys, was basically for visibility, and it just looked cool. And this is the reflector wheel tape, as you can see here and here, because I know once I change these tires out, I already got replacement tires for this bike, and they're in a box. And the thing is, they don't have this reflected stripe on it, so I will still have it here on the wheels. So that'll work out really great. All right, the next standard item I got was the standard bottle carrier. Now, I went through a couple of iterations of this. I found out this soft bottle was the best one for me. I really like the way it kind of moves around a little bit, and it's not as rigid as the other one, so that really works out really cool. The next thing I did, I had a mechanical issue with the brake in the rear. It used to clatter and squeal, and I couldn't get it to go out. I tore it apart. I looked at it. Now, what I did is I bought a set of resin pads instead of the metal pads. Now, I know that they won't last as long, but I have no noise and stopping power. I had a lady pull right out in front of me, and I had to lock this bike up. I mean, she looked straight at me, but didn't see me, and then just turned into her driveway. And I had to jam these things down, and I'll tell you what, it stopped me cold. So my fear of the resin brakes not having good grabbing power, that went away, because that definitely took care of that situation. So that just about covers the entire bike, guys. As you can see, it's all set up the way I want it to be set up. I'm real happy with it. I think this bike is just really cool. I can ride it a long time. I've rode as much as 26 miles in one trip for me. Now, granted, guys, I'm no spring chicken. 26 miles, pretty good ride. I'm actually going to do a review of the Van Fleet Trail for you guys here in the near future. So I think I've explained everything I have done on the bike so far. Mechanically, only a couple issues, like I said. Now I did pick up the Park Tool chain and cleaning kit, and that thing is really cool. You're able to put that thing in, clamp it down, put the fluid in there, and just crank it. Now, the only thing I don't like about that is the cost of the cleaning fluid. So I was able to find a like product that I can buy by the gallon for the same price you buy that as a quart, and it really works. I'll put a link in the description. It's a standard common thing you can pick up at Lowe's, but right now I can't remember what it is, but I will put it in there for you. That Park Tool cleaning system really keeps my chain nice and clean. Now, I've cleaned it already 3 times. It should be time to clean it again, guys, because I try to do this about every 100 miles, and I've done 3. I just hit 5, so I'm kind of overdue on this one. But I've been riding some crazy miles lately, so I'm gonna have to get in there and get that chain all cleaned up again. But anyway, guys, we're gonna continue our ride here. We're gonna finish it all up. Fortunately, the rain went away, and the cold is just awesome. It is so welcomed here in Florida. Man, I'll tell you, I'm loving this. So anyway, guys, we're gonna continue our ride. We'll be back in a minute. Well, hey guys, we are going to wrap it up out here at Paddling and Pedaling Florida Adventures. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the 500-mile review of the G-Force e-bike. It's been a great e-bike for me. I've really had no real problems with it, except for that little shipping stuff and the cable problem. But that was all at the front end. After all those little bugs got worked out, this thing has been a gem. Now, I do have the 16 amp battery in this particular e-bike, and it gives me around 55 miles per charge. Now, I do pedal assist all the time. I rarely ever do throttle only. So I can probably reach that 55 mile objective. I've only done, the most I've done I think is 26 or 27 in one pop. But I'm getting ready for this 30 mile one-way run. So I'll have to cut that one up, because that would be 60 miles. I gotta go 30 up and 30 back. So I'm going to be doing Van Fleet review here very, very soon. And I'm going to kind of give this battery a real test out and see how it does. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming with me today. I really enjoyed your company. I always do. Man, I have so much great feelings for all the subscribers. And hey, if you're not a subscriber yet, smash that button. If this is your kind of thing, kayaking and e-biking, that's what I promote mostly. So hey, we'll see you on the next one.